about the good times we had and how you used to make me laugh. But baby, I know most times we were miserable. So every time I wanna call, baby, what always helps is when I think of the pain and I realize I'm better off by myself. 'Cause forever doesn't last too long. Forever doesn't last too long. Forever doesn't last too long these days. And I try to believe that we could make it, but trying don't work. So I just have to face that forever doesn't last too long these days. Lord knows I gave it my all, and I couldn't save us from falling. 'Cause some people ain't meant to be together forever, forever. Cause forever doesn't last too long. Forever doesn't last too long. Forever doesn't last too long these days. And I try to believe that we could make it, but trying don't work. So I just have to face that forever doesn't last too long these days. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out.
Everything is cool between us, B. I told you that. Be out on the road with my people, just doing what I gotta do. There's nothing going on, this shit be going on. Got to trust me, man.
Can't believe I believed everything we had would last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kids. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. So dumb and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Foolish of me to compete when you cheat, we lose women. It took me some time, but now I'm moved on. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Me, myself, and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Controlling me, say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with your 3 kids in my home. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me. Come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know, even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong because I realize I got myself and what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. I be myself, and I know that I will never disappoint myself. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you see the sun come out again. Hey, I know that I will never disappoint myself. I've cried. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. You hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you see the sun come out again. God breathe myself and I can't regret times with you. After all the rain, you see the sun come out again. I know that I will never disappoint myself. If you cried about the times, ladies, you will survive. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. I could see the sunshine, I can be myself at night.
This holiday season, Fios hopes you enjoyed tons of lazy, snowy pajama days in the comfort of home. And as you get cozy, it's easy to feel the festive spirit by turning on Fios Holiday Hits. When the whole family opts to stay inside, make your home holiday ready with internet that can handle a crowd. Fiber optics move crazy amounts of data at even crazier speeds. And Fios is the only 100% fiber optic network. So spark that fire. Pour that hot chocolate. Grab your blanket and enjoy Fios Holiday Hits.
A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain in Southern California, much like Arizona. My eyes don't shed tears, but boy they pour when I'm thinking about you. Oh no, 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 I've been thinking about you. You no, 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 I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you, or do you not think so far?
You leave
It's that time, y'all. Time to tune in to the #1 station in the land, WBKS1.com. Only women wear high heels.
Pick it up, rude. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes.
With your host, the one and only Chanel, and the Queen Bee.
Like it's stir fry.
Don't forget your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry.
The one and only DJ Sassy.
Girlfriend DJ Sass, your girlfriend DJ Sass, DJ Sass, DJ Sass, your girlfriend DJ Sass, your girlfriend DJ Sass, DJ Sass, DJ Sass.
time, y'all. Time to tune in to the #1 station in the land, WBKS1.com. Only women wear high heels.
Pick it up, rude. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes.
With your host, the one and only Chanel, and the Queen Bee.
Like it's stir fry.
Don't forget your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry.
The one and only DJ Sassy.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Ian Van Zan, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio. BKS1. God bless y'all.
I'm wrong. Here we go. Okay.
Wrong. How wrong are you?
I'm wrong. Did you hear how happy I was?
We're here.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to BKS1 Radio. It's the Owl Show. It is your girl, Chanel. I am sitting here, of course, with Miss Queen Bee, and you guys just rocked out to DJ Sassy for the last 25 to 30 minutes. Matter of fact, let me put this on DJ Sassy right now.
Long enough.
What?
Her rock out.
Well, I mean, we're going to give Sassy like a full hour next time.
Yes.
Can we
seriously.
do that? And then we just go and dance in the background. That's
dance
it.
And drink and talk.
Like
Seriously,
like a full show.
Because I need your mic.
Oh no! All right,
there you go.
Now. All right. So we're gonna do a full show.
No, yeah.
You on now? You good?
You good?
You good, sis? Show. Yes, we're gonna do a full hour-long show with just Sassy rocking out.
My voice is not resonating.
It is not.
But it is. Wait, don't say nothing. Go ahead, Sassy.
Microphone check.
It's not.
It is.
It is not.
6, you on 6.
See, she on. Look, she on.
I don't hear her. Like
she on
in the mic.
Yo,
she's not on.
I want y'all to take these mics back.
It's the user.
See, she said it's the user. I'm done. I'm done.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, let me make sure this is not our caller. Hold on. BKS1 Radio, state your name and where you're calling from.
Jeremiah, and from Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hi, Jeremiah.
Oh, okay, well, we hung up. So, basically, what we're doing right now is... Norm
microphone
just
check.
said
1, 2, 1, 2.
He's watching us right now.
Norm just said it. Anyway, listen, everybody. Welcome to the BKS1 Radio. It's Tuesday from 7 to 8:30. So you guys know who you rock out with every single Tuesday from 7 to 8:30. And it's your girls here. We have a guest who is going to be calling in about 15 minutes. We have a great show. We have a great guest who's calling in. Like I said, you just rocked out to DJ Sassy for the last about 25 minutes or so. And we just confirmed that we're going to give Sassy an hour. And we just going to dance in the background.
Yeah,
she's going to rock out.
We're going to drink brown liquor.
Yes.
And
Okay.
That would be nice.
And
okay.
No, we're gonna let you rock out.
Okay. And also,
so that's gonna be a house music show.
It'll be a house music show. But if you need to contact Sassy for anything, especially with it being the holiday season, if you guys have any needs, anybody who is watching us right now on WBKS1, if you're watching YouTube, if you're listening to us on TuneIn, if you're watching us on Facebook, or if you guys are watching via Instagram, Sassy, tell them how they can find you.
They can find me on Facebook.
Okay.
As DJ Sassy.
All right.
Real simple. And or on Instagram as DJ Sassy.
Okay.
That's DJ and
Sassy with an I.
SASSI.
All right now. Okay. All right. So anybody that needs DJ Sassy for any of your needs, please make sure that you contact her. Queen Bee, how are you today?
I'm good. The first thing I want to say
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to my mom, whose birthday is today.
Shout out to Miss Jerry.
So I'm sure she's watching. She's always watching.
Yes.
But I want to give a shout out to her because she is 76 years old today.
Woo!
I'm totally honored to be able to celebrate that many years with her. To
drink to that.
Give her flowers,
You know what I mean?
her kisses while she's still here. My mother has sacrificed so much for me and my brothers. She adopted us at 3, 4, we were 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Wow.
So I am very grateful for her today.
Yes.
And I gave her, like, she doesn't want to go out, of course. So
right.
Thank you, Chanel. But I gave her, her Red Lobster, that, her favorite shrimp scampi, and I bought her a cake, and we'll actually, all the kids will celebrate on Saturday.
Okay. All right.
So.
And while we're on birthdays, my mother's birthday is tomorrow.
Yes.
So Queen B's mother's birthday is today. My mother's birthday is tomorrow. Yes. So since we won't be back until next week, God willing, happy birthday to my mother as well. She is going to be 71.
My second mom.
Yes, she's going to be 71 years old. So happy birthday to all the mommies. Cause they in their 70s, they big girls
now.
You
know what? Not even that. Like, we gotta be honored that we still got them.
Listen,
like, I still could kiss her.
What?
I still could, I
talk to that woman about everything.
Yes.
All I'm saying is, if you do something to me, my mother going know.
I mean, the thing
that's
is,
all I'm saying.
If she know, guess what? If I tell my mom,
it's over.
It's no going back.
It's over.
It's over.
You do something, my mother
is
going
once
to
I tell my mom, that's it.
And I tell my mother everything. So I'm just letting everybody know that right now. If everybody who knows my mother, because she was in the Plainfield Board of Education system for the last 30 years before she retired. So for everybody who knows my mother,
they Scorpios.
Exactly. Everybody knows my mother. I tell her everything. So I talk to her about everything. I talk to my mother about everything.
Every day. No. We don't have to hide nothing from her.
No, wait. She tells my mother everything.
So even if you miss something.
But you know why? Because she is such a non-judgmental person.
Right.
Like, she's lived.
Yes, she
and
has.
so anything we tell her that we're
Mother
going through,
lived.
it's not. She'd be like, okay, well, this is that.
Right.
She's so like you could just sit and talk to her for hours.
And I do. And so that's why I'm like, I tell her everything.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm like, so listen, right? So this guy said to me.
Yo, seriously. That's how we talk to her.
And she be like, well, I just,
And she get a chuck on me.
Or she'll be like, and what did you say?
Right.
Yeah. My mom, now I'm going to tell you about my mom, but just a little bit about my mom. My mom defend her kids, right? So she one of them moms that come up to the school and be like, but what did y'all do to her?
Right.
She that type of mom. Like, she's a mess. But although I'm an Aries being, I have a lot of her traits.
Yeah.
And so when you get a little older, you realize how much, even though she's not my natural mother, it's nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
And it really is. And it's she taught me a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for her. One, for the sacrifice she made. She had one birth child and raised so many kids.
Yeah.
So I'm just honored to still have it. We've had some health battles within the last 3 years.
Yes, we have.
I couldn't get her sugar under control, and it,
Only black people say sugar.
Well, I mean, look, that's what I'm talking about.
Only black people say sugar.
I couldn't get her diabetes under control. But she's off the insulin now. I couldn't. She got her hip replaced.
Amen.
There's just a lot of things like health-wise that scared me. But she's still here. And I'm grateful.
All right, man.
That's what's up.
All right. So again, shout out to the moms and their birthdays today and tomorrow. So in the meantime, Queen B, you good? Because we got a little bit of time before we get to our guests. But are you good? Everything's good with you?
No real complaints. I'm actually great.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was great. I went on a boat.
Okay.
I went on a boat ride.
I saw you.
I think everybody saw you.
Somebody was sexy.
Okay.
Thank you, sassy.
Hey, to the people watching, because some of them was there. Some of the ones watching.
You was a sexy mother.
Anyway.
Shut your mouth.
Thank you, sassy. I tried to throw it on. It's funny because this girl at my job was like, she always laughs every time I go somewhere because she be like, you know how you come to corporate with, you know, you dressed up with your little turtlenecks on and your sweaters and.
First of all, I thought we'd say we weren't wearing turtlenecks.
Yeah, but I got a whole bunch of them this year, so I'm wearing them. So.
Well, you know what? We donating them on Thanksgiving. So everybody, just so you know, the Owl Show will be donating turtlenecks on Thanksgiving.
Anywho, so when she saw me.
Rod, she was like Rod Stewart, sexy. Ow.
Go ahead, Freebie. That was you on Saturday.
I tried.
No, when you listen to Rod Stewart, you got to make the ugly face.
But it's funny because my friends, I hate my friends because because you guys always giving pointers like do this by Seema. I'm so.
Do you want to say the pointers we gave right now?
Not really. But let me tell you. They make me a girl. They make me a girl, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because like I'm really not. Like I grew up with all boys. So they be like, Basima, make sure your skin is soft.
We definitely
they
went in.
Off care
close your legs, don't pick your teeth.
Everything. Right.
Sit up straight, make sure your boobs are perched.
Or don't close them.
I love my friends,
right?
But I had a really, really great night. It was an all black affair.
Listen, speaking of tips and you know, things that are going on. Did you see the Jill Scott video today?
Child.
I heard that it was.
You didn't see it?
Did you see the Jill Scott video? Oh, I watched.
I just saw the post.
I got some tips.
When I saw her in
and I did not clip, but I did not click on to watch it.
All right.
Click.
So listen. Click. So for everybody who.
You know she my favorite person in all. Like when I meet her, I'm going to pass out.
You know what?
Like
you want some Michael
been
Jackson?
A million stars, but I'm going to just tell you right now, y'all going to have to.
You going
me, okay?
You want some Michael Jackson?
Jill is somebody. Shout out to Jill. I loved her since I was a kid.
Right.
Wait, hold up. Now
can I talk about the video? I know, yeah.
Queen Latifah.
Okay, good. Listen,
who Queen?
Yes.
Are you serious?
If I ever meet her,
can we talk about the Jill Scott video, please?
Anyway, Jill Scott.
Because I gotta preface this.
Go ahead.
So, Jilly from Philly.
She was
on the stage. And in the midst of her singing a song,
she did that when I was
during a performance. Mm-hmm. She decided to do a mock version of fellatio.
I was getting
on the microphone.
Wow.
She did.
It was a mock version of fellatio on the microphone.
Wow.
And the crowd went
bananas.
Wild.
No bananas.
Jill Scott. And the video obviously has gone viral.
Yes.
Because
she did that
for
when I was
obvious
with her
reasons.
Show.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe they ain't. What's the name of them?
But maybe because it's Jill Scott, and maybe like if it was
single.
Maybe if it was maybe if it was like Janet Jackson.
Yeah, because if she wasn't single, I don't think she would have done it.
You don't think so? If she was still married?
No, if she was still married, I don't think she would have done it.
I mean, they're separated. I don't know if their divorce is finalized.
I mean, but they're not together now.
Right,
so,
they're not together.
You know,
she can do what she want to do.
When you single, you feel real fluid and free.
Fluid and free.
Tell me about it.
Why you? Look, all I'm saying is, all I'm saying is the video has gone viral.
Free to do whatever you want to do.
Yes, you are
uninhibited,
completely free to do whatever you want to. I mean, so that's how I live. I don't.
Do you live like that?
I mean, I'm single, so I can do whatever I want whenever I want. You know what, Sassy? I'm done with
today. She is on one today.
Yeah, Sassy on one today. Sassy's being sassy today.
Yes.
You want my body and you think I'm sexy. Come on, sugar, let me know.
Hey,
yeah, you really need me.
I can't do a Jill Scott, but
you know what? You got a little bit of it. I'm done. Anyway, everybody. So just to take care of a little bit of business, other than the tips we got from Jill Scott today, just up your game a little bit, ladies. But we'll come back to
Up your
that
game.
for the next sex show that we
I
do.
did have a question though.
Okay. Just to take care of some business. So we are going to be having a show coming up recently where we're going to have 2 panels, as a matter of fact. So we're going to have a panel of all women discussing women's issues, because you guys know we always invite the fellas out.
Yes.
And we discuss, we sit quietly and let them speak and let the ladies, ask questions and, get opinions and advice coming directly from men, not from us saying what we think men want, but just from the men directly. So we've done that a couple times, and we'll be doing that at the beginning of next year as well. But we also want to sit down with the ladies and just have a real in-depth conversation as African American women, because I feel like that is something that we don't do. And unfortunately, in the media, between all of the reality shows, the world would think that we don't get along, we don't have feelings, we're all shallow. And that's the picture that is painted. But, we just want to get to the bottom of a lot of those issues and just have a real candid conversation. So that is coming up soon. You guys stay tuned for that. As well as we just put together another show. It's going to be us, the Owl Show, right here on BKS1 Radio, along with the Man Cave Morning Show. It airs every single day from 10 to 12. That is with DJ Storm Norm, Dawu, and a couple of Kisas on there, even though she's a woman. But they have a few people who are actually on that show, and we are going to do roundtable discussion on a few issues as well. So we have those things coming up. Thanksgiving is also coming up, and the Owl Show will be giving back the morning of Thanksgiving as well. Stay tuned. If you guys want to join us, I'll let you know where that is. Thank you to everyone for our autism walk that we just recently did. Once again, everybody that donated, we raised enough money to donate back to them.
Yeah.
What else? Just taking care of business. What else? Shout out to BKS1 Radio, who had their open mic event on Sunday, which was also the Allure video release party. I think our guest is calling in right now. Hold on, everybody. Let's see. BKS1 Radio, state your name and where you're calling from.
Hey. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, it's Tobias.
Hello. All right, I didn't even get a chance to introduce you. Not like you need an introduction, but
Peace. I really was trying to get down there, but there's just so much going on.
That's all right. But you're here now. You're on the phone. We're still going to ask you the same questions that we were going to ask you if you were here. Is that all right?
Of course. Come on now, you know that.
All right, so everybody who is watching us right now and everybody who is listening to us right now on BKS1 Radio, we have the man, the myth, the legend.
Infamous, I know, right? The infamous.
The man, the myth, the legend, the infamous. As a matter of fact, let me see. Can I play a little bit of this video? Hold on 1 second, Tobias. Let me see if I can.
Gonna tell a story of a fella who fell in love. I said that I'd be full, but now I'm even me, sure phonetically in my heart. I thought that I would get the less, but now I see I get the best. No more time wasted, not trying to make a statement. The words are coming out my head. At night in the moonlight, I see your
Hey man, I love that. You know what I really love about it? It's your voice, man. It resonates.
I still say the tempo is too slow. You need to work on that.
Yeah, I could do that. Hey, Jamal, man. Promise me something. You see me tonight on the carpet with Chanel. Don't let that mean anything to you.
You know how many rappers and producers gonna be on the carpet with supermodels as their beard? Nah, that's whack.
Listen, man. Relax. It's just one night. Yo, get off me, man! Yo, don't you ever come at me like that again, bro. You heard me, boy. I swear, if you ever touch me like that again... Yo, Lucius, this your son? Yo, you need to talk to him. Because this ain't cool.
But I need 7 minutes of stage time, not 4.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
You pushing it, Cookie.
Oh, that's what I do.
No. Mr. D Major. Oh, the god of the aces himself.
What's good, B?
I'm so proud of you. I knew you had it. I guess.
Oh, Jamal, come here, baby.
Hey, Ma.
You know D Major, musical director for the
Of
Aces.
course. Congrats, man. I'm super stoked that you're doing the Aces.
Yeah, well, I'm stoked about the remix.
This is Philip. Please leave a message.
I need you to get over here right now. I think Jamal OD'd. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, no, baby. You ain't going out like this. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey! Son of a bitch. Oh, man, Harden, I swear, I'm gonna kill him.
Hey, you do remember you're wearing a wire, right?
I'm kidding, all right? I'm just kidding. Hey, girl. When you want to hit it?
Can you put me on about 30?
Can do. Yes.
Yeah.
That piece over here. A shorty springs a leak.
Easy, guys. I'm NYPD.
We know who you are, Detective Riley. Looking for a little action?
I guess you could say that.
Well, you can do whatever you want to, huh? Fucking ass. Come on her, come in the mouth. Whatever you like. Just no rough stuff, all right?
I love you. What did I do wrong? Just tell me what I did wrong.
Dude, you're doing it right now. You was 2 years old. If you was 102, you was outside. Shit. See, like me, I like the time when everybody was face to face.
Honey, I told you, it's the wrong room.
Hey, I saw you the other day, taking pictures of us.
We're honeymooners.
We thought this was our room, but our key doesn't work, so guess it isn't.
Here we go. All right, let me put this up on the screen here so everybody knows who we're talking to. All right, first question. Empire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go.
Let's go. The #1 show in the world. I played a character, D Major, who was struggling with his sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was basically on the down low. He's a music producer that was pretty big. He was the one of the music directors for the ASA Awards, which was like on Empire, was like their Grammys.
Yes.
And it was love interest to Jesse Smollett, and it was very different.
Yes. Yes.
And, it was a great role. Diverse, complex character with layers to him. And
how do you get into character for that?
Well, you think about all that we deal with as just being a black man in America. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of pressure on us all the time, just from how we protect ourselves coming out the house and in the community, how we have to deal with authority as far as police, and just everything that comes at us in this world, especially in America. You think about all those complexities, and before you even get a chance to really even dive into his sexuality, that's like on the surface of D Major and any black man that lives in America. I built a backstory to him and just had understand where he was coming from, to be in the business and the powerful position that he was, and how he would be looked at if he was to come out and tell the world that he was a gay man in the music industry, and that's who he was. It was a great role. It was probably one of the first times where people you know, people might have known my face prior to that or seen some of my work, but this was like an opportunity where people actually got a chance to, you know, they would actually know my name.
Yeah.
And get more familiar with Tobias Trevelyan himself. And just, you know, just working with Jesse Smollett and Terrence and Taraji and Bashir and everybody that's over there, you know, talented cast. It was amazing.
Wow.
And you know, it took a lot of work. You know, it's been a lot of work that I've done prior to that. And this was like one of the first roles that they actually kind of like offered to me. And for myself, I had to, you know, pray about it and like center myself and meditate. And, you know, I talked to my friends and family and people that I really trusted in the industry.
Yeah.
As far as working actors and producers and what they thought about the character. And you know, it was a big leap of faith for myself because, you know, I spent so much time and years building up my career. You know, I was uncertain how, you know, me playing a you know, character like D Major, how it would be received.
Right.
But it was a challenge. It was a big challenge as far as just the commitment side. But once I committed to it and said that I was going to do the job, you know, I'm an actor and just getting into the character and diving into that world, you know, that's what we do.
Wow. So you're a Newark native, correct?
Well, I'm a Queens native, but I live in Newark, New Jersey now.
Oh, nice. Now, I want to know, how did you get into acting?
Well, I started out in the business, in the fashion world. You know, I was a Ford model for a long time, a New York model agency. I did a lot of fashion stuff. You look in all your old XXLs and Vibe magazines. You see me all through there. I was an EJ spokesmodel for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, you go through all your Polo ads and Macy's ads and Brooks Brothers and catalogs. I was on all through those things towards the late 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
And it wasn't until a mentor of mine took me to the theater up at the National Black Theater, and I actually did my first play called OWWHH, which I actually won a Delco for. And then the Delco, if you guys don't know, is a prestigious black award in the black theater. And I won an award my first time out. And once I got bit by the acting bug, I was like, oh man, I really love this. You know, I just started pursuing it more and started sharpening up my chops and taking classes and learning and, you know, just paying homage to the craft. And I had really good people around me who were in the theater and people that had the experience as far as the craft and knowing what, you know, what the business was about, you know, kind of helped me along my way and, you know, pointed me in the right direction as far as me pursuing the craft of drama and theater.
Wow.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's like the broad stroke, but, you know, that's where it really started for me. You know, I didn't wake up and I was like, oh, man, I want to be an actor.
Right.
Know, it was just thing that kind of, even the fashion thing, it was like, stumbled into it a little bit. You know, people had told me all the time, "Oh, you should model, you should do this, you could do that." You know, I'm a regular cat from Queens, so, you know, when you hear people say that to you, like, come on, man, get out of here, I'm not doing that. You know?
Right.
But for real, you know, it wasn't nothing that was like even closely on my radar that way. But the story, what happened, I was actually on a Long Island Railroad on Jamaica Ave, and this brother had approached me, and he was like, "Yo, man, you know, you ever think about modeling and stuff?" And I was like, "Nah, you know, that ain't my thing." And it just, you know, he just so happened to be taking a train to the on the same train I was taking, and on that train ride, he just kept encouraging me. He was like, "Tobias, you could do this. I'm telling you, you know, you got it, man. You can really do this thing." And he was the one that really kind of like pushed me over the edge where I went out and got some professional pictures taken.
Well, everybody needs somebody like that. I said everybody needs somebody like that, somebody that's going to push them.
Yeah, and it was just, you know, anything that I committed myself to, if it was sports or whatever, I always went, you know, full in. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I went out and I got some professional pictures taken, and I just started submitting it and meeting people. And once you kind of start meeting people and you start making some leeway in that field, you start, you know, feeling, I don't want to say momentum, but you start feeling the movement in a way.
Right.
So it just kind of fueled me up to say, all right, yo, you know, there's something here, and I was enjoying myself. I said, you know what, let me keep going. And I met more people, and I got more pictures, and I wound up, you know, being in this big, competition, fashion competition that I placed. If I was the first black male model at Icon Model Management in New York, and you know, it just really fueled me. You know, you're a young man, and it's like finding something that you know, are passionate about, and something that, you know, was outside of the norm of what you were already used to. And,
right.
You know, it was like, okay, and, you know, I had baby sisters to take care of, and I had been working 3 or 4 jobs at the time, and, you know, I was like, all right, you know, I like this. I'm going to try, and I kept going and just kept going.
Wow.
And the doors just kept opening up, and I kept stepping through them. So,
listen,
you know,
with a lot of success behind it. 1 second, Queen B had a question for you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, you know, were you fearful of being typecast into a certain role? Because I know the Empire role was a controversial role to take. And I just wanted to know, were you fearful of being typecast into that particular role at all, or just typecast into any role at all?
Yeah, I mean, you know, as far as D Major and stuff, I think anybody that knows me, and even people that might not know me, kind of get a sense of my presence on like social media and just who I am. I think you know, I think D Major was a character that God presented to me, and I think that if anybody was going to be able to play it, I would be able to play it and still not have that kind of, you know, have that thing on me that way.
Right.
I feel that, you know, I'm manly enough that way that people understood that, oh, you know, he's playing this character. That's a role that he's playing as an actor. Plus, I had an extensive resume already.
Right.
But then at the same time, you know, not against any other roles that may come up like that, you know, being cast, period, is a gift.
Right.
And I always was told, like, being typecast as, you know, gangster 1 or gangster 2 or whatever that is, you know, you better be grateful and happy that you're cast, because, you know, this game is it's a very thick business with a lot of talented people in it. And if you're cast and considered for a role, you know, it's your job to not to make them two-dimensional, but to give them some dimension that people could relate to them, and to make it real for people, regardless if, you know, you're playing a brother that's on the down low for 8 years, or you're playing a preacher, whatever. You know, the operative word is cast.
Right.
So, you know, that's how I look at some of those things. And I've never, you know, playing a D Major role was a chance for me to jump outside the box, to show the range, and to give people, you know, just show people that, you know, I'm not afraid to kind of step out of my comfort zone to do a role. So I think that was the opportunity. Now, did I know all those things prior to, you know, me taking on the role? I wasn't sure I was going to be received, because, you know, 10, 15 years ago, you know, a role like that might have been a career killer in a way. But I think, you know, now the way things are, and the way we see a lot of the stories that are being told on television, you know, I think that you know, even for myself, it was received in a positive way.
Definitely, definitely. I do. I believe that. I just asked because, like you said, you know, back in the day, you take on those type of roles, and you are then 1, typecast, and 2, you know, looked at, and, you know, in a different light. And I'm actually grateful and honored that you actually took that type of role and, you know, flipped it and did that, because again, you show your versatility.
Yes.
So I like that about you. But I know that sometimes, you know, they put you. It's funny because when I think of even Lucious Lyon, I think of every single time he is in a movie, he is similarly the same person. Like,
Terrence
Terrence Howard. He is similarly the same person. Like Best Man, he was just, you know, I don't even want to say the curse word, but he just was like a nuisance, I'll say. He was a nuisance.
No, I get it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I just didn't, you know, I wanted to know your feel of, you know, not being don't get me wrong, you've actually played a different number of roles.
Of course. Yeah.
So I don't think you're typecast at all, but I just wanted to know if you were fearful of that.
Yeah.
I think, you know, like I said, I wasn't sure, but once like I committed myself to it, it was, you know, this was to do the work. You know, I was always taught to do the work.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's why they brought me in there, and that's what it's about. And, you know, I think, you know, what, like you were saying about Terrence and stuff like that, like I say, you know, being cast and being able to work is a gift.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
And you can't. And then the other part about it, you know, these are people that we know. You know, it's not like I'm just reflective of the times. You know, that's our job as artists, is to reflect what's happening of the times. And you'd be surprised at how many people, you know, people in that lifestyle and people that way that come up to me and just say, you know, thank you. You know, I appreciate it. You know, I've been, you know, having a hard time struggling with trying to figure out my identity. And thank you for, you know, bringing life to that role. And thank you for being a heterosexual man and doing that like that.
Absolutely.
Like, a whole lot of respect. Like, thank you. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, you had your cast that are around the way in the block, you know, like, but, you know, that's always going to be there. But, you know, that's the price and some of the things that you put out there as an artist when you're on camera, and you know, you put yourself out there, because people are always going to have their opinion. But you know, for myself and for everybody out there listening, you got to have faith, and you got to be able to take these leaps of faith every so often in your life. That was one of those moments for myself, you know, where I just, you know, I took a leap of faith. And I went with it, and that's where you want to be. That's where you want to live. That's where life is. It's in the, you know, the lift off. It's in the in between space, the unknown space. You know, we can all live comfortably in our box, in our circle, but when are you gonna push the envelope for yourself? And you know, that was the opportunity, not for myself, but and to do it in front of. When I will never forget when I was on the plane headed to Chicago, because we shooting in Chicago, and as the plane is taking off, and the buildings and the houses are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I was like, and I remember thinking in my mind, everybody's gonna see it. I was like, everybody's gonna see it, and it was just one of those polarizing moments. But, you know, at the same time, not to go too far, but I remember even being on the stage, on Empire stages with Taraji and Terrence and Jesse and Bashir and all the brothers that are there, and they were all doing the scene, and we're all in the scene together. You know, there was a moment where I just, like, literally just started, like, the tears just started coming up to me, because I worked so hard, you know, to follow my dream and to sacrifices, and then just to have the caliber of talent that was around me for what they're known for. It just was like a real surreal moment. But at the same time, I knew I worked for it, and I was in that space because I deserved to be there. So all these things, you know, happen, and everyone's journey is a little different. So I can't. You know, I can only tell you what through my experience, or what, you know, what it feels like.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, being a black man in the entertainment industry, you know, even with us being here in the radio station, and you know, a lot of us have worked in entertainment for a number of years. I want to know what is some of the challenges that you have faced being in this industry?
What are some of the what you said?
Challenges.
The challenges, I think the challenge is, you know, that's the trick, and that's it. That's the thing. I think with anything, especially in this game, you know, the challenge is always you. How am I going to better empower myself? How am I going to better involve myself? How am I going to be a better artist? I think the boundaries and you know, the gatekeepers of the game, you know, that they're real. You know, it's there. But I always believe the challenges are within yourself, because even when you're at the top of the game and you're working and you're doing, you know, you're in all whatever movie it can be, if you're not happy with yourself, if you're not complete and whole with God and yourself, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know? So I think the challenge is always going to be within. And once you master that, you know, God and the universe always has a way of just allowing things to unfold in your favor. And I'm a clear example of that. You know, there used to be a time when I used to sign autographs. I used to always put a living example, because, you know, there was a time when I was in Queens, you know, I was, you know, I just wasn't sure of my direction. I wasn't sure of where I was going, what I was going to do next, and how I was going to, you know, grow up to be a young man. So, me being able to be on the Cosby Show and be, you know, on and traveling the world and doing different things, it was like a living example. But I always had my faith, and I always had my respect, and I always had manners, and I always had a work ethic, and I always had the desire and passion to do better. So those things kind of trump a lot of others, and I had the talent, so that was one too. But, you know, those were the things that really, you know, I feel made me and make me who I am. Right. You know, regardless of circumstances and stuff, it's like that thing that's inside me that always just knows that, you know, things are going to be good. You know, things are always, you know, you're better than, you know, this, you know, level of version of yourself. You can do better than that. You can be better than that.
Right.
And I always apply myself that way. God just always had a way of just the gifts.
Right. Well, let me ask.
I wish I could say. I mean, it's hard, but at the same time, it's a simplest way of thinking.
Yeah. Let me ask you: is there a role that, or a character yet, that you haven't had the opportunity to play yet, that you've always wanted to play?
Yeah. I mean, there's tons of roles. I was thinking about. You know, last night we went to go see Creed 2.
Yes. And
looking at B. Jordan, and not necessarily a boxing role or anything, but just the
athleticism,
gravity of the film, the proportions of the film that's just on such a high level, from the sound and the cinematography and just the acting and the script. You know, I look forward to, you know, being involved with projects like that. And I actually have projects coming down the line of that caliber, too. You know, I'm a soulful, old type of brother anyway. So, like, a period piece is always, like, in my blood. Like, you know,
something 60s, 70s? 20s. Wow. Okay. I was saying 60s or 70s, but you said 20s. Okay.
Yeah. 20s, you know, born 20s, you know.
So you want the hat with
being
the
part of the 50s. There's just something in that period piece, you know. I actually got a chance to play a Black Panther in Against All Enemies that's coming up, and that's a piece dealing around the mid 60s.
Okay.
And you know, just that vintage era,
right,
that vintage soul that we possess. I would love to get involved with something like that again.
Yeah. So you want to wear the suspenders with the high water pants?
Yeah, man, that's fun.
And the toboggan, like my mom
says. Brothers and that Black unity was very strong in who we were and our identity. You know, it was just powerful.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that stuff. So you know, something like that.
Right.
You know. You know, there's a idea of there's a Black what's the guy what's the guy's name that crashes all the cars back in the day, Evel Knievel. There's a Black version of this brother that was very known for what he was doing as a Black car crasher.
Oh wow.
You know, we call these people that, you know, that try to push it to the edge. Like Evel Knievel, where is he? His
He was a stunt. He was a stunt man.
Yeah.
Yeah, stunt man. But there's a brother that they're looking at me for that was up and around that time that he was doing his thing, and he did a lot for the sport itself.
Nice.
So that might be something I could get into.
Okay. Well, listen.
Yeah.
So, do you? I mean, as an actor, do you partake in any writing or producing of your own stories?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing that all artists have to understand, especially actors and even people that are watching the show. As an actor, we're getting into a vehicle that's already been, made. That's the story that they're telling. Sometimes we have, it's not, the stories are not representative of all walks of life, especially dealing with black folks. So that's where we have to get a chance and be able to, tell our stories. And writing is not one of my strongest suits, but producing and directing is. And I've been having the chance to be able to direct and produce a couple of short films, and actually help produce two feature-length films.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So those are a couple of things that I've gotten into.
So what do you like? So what do you like better? Have you been? I mean, all of it in essence is storytelling. If you're producing, if you're directing, if you're acting, it's all storytelling. But my question is, have you been bitten by the producing or the directing bug?
Oh yeah. I mean, I have projects now that I'm constantly reading scripts, and there's ideas and things that I got the itch to shoot something again. I've just been traveling so much with my work. I really haven't gotten a chance to really lock in the team to shoot something now. But always, I love the entire creative process, especially when it comes to filmmaking.
Yes.
Being a producer, I learned, like, one of my producing strengths is that people like to work with me. So I'm able to pull people in from different walks of life into it and get them into a vehicle and, storytelling, and have them wanting to, be able to show up for me. I learned that, directing, being an actor, there's a, certain way that directing actors get a chance to talk to other actors, be able to pull the best out of them, or give them the vehicle or the space to let them do what they need to do in that story. I love that. I wish I could do it every day of my life.
Wow. We had
as a film, huh?
No, I was just going to say, no, keep going. Finish what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying I wish I could do it every day of my life, but it's just, it takes so many people to produce a film, and it takes so many different, creative folks to make a story come alive. And not to mention, the almighty dollar. You need that dollar to help make things happen and pay people. But when it's all together, it's a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing. And if you guys have never, and I'm sure even with the show, you see how when you had to first your concept and
then it all comes together,
and how it grows, and then it grows into something that's real. It's just a magical thing. And then once it goes, when you go into these vehicles in the film and television, and mainly in the film, you come out different on the other end, because it's such a grueling task to pull off.
To put it, and there's so many, and what people fail to realize, only because I was literally just on set this weekend. Shout out to my production company. We had a short film that we did this weekend, but people don't realize there's so many moving parts.
Right.
There's so many moving parts. Queen B learned the hard way from being on set with my production company. Between the actors and production and crew and
different world.
And to be behind the scenes and to realize, just because it's a 30-second clip, it doesn't mean that they just shot it for 2 minutes. That 30-second clip,
that's right,
can take 4 hours to get.
People don't understand. That's why you see all those names in the credits,
right?
That help put together. But it's such a wonderful art form, and it's just a beautiful thing when you're able to get involved with it.
So there was a question where somebody wanted to know if you
of our viewers actually just sent this question
actually wanted to know if you would actually play Donny Hathaway. I think honestly, I think he's it's a remarkable story.
Same birthday.
Wow,
really?
Yeah,
and he was a musical genius. Like,
yeah, I love Donny.
I love him too.
Wow.
You know what's been circling around me lately? Not that I can't sing, but you know, with the way I've been wearing my facial hair.
Yeah,
and just my kind of swag and stuff. You know, this whole Marvin Gaye keeps circling around me, and people keep saying, "Man, we need to. If they ever do the biopic of Marvin, man, it'd be great to have you. You know, give you a chance to pull it off."
So does that mean you need to go into voice lessons?
Huh?
So does that mean you need to go into voice lessons?
Yeah. I mean, I can act like I sing.
That means he's gonna get his lip sync on.
Yeah. But I've had the pleasure of meeting Donny Hathaway's daughter, Danita.
Yes.
And I actually got a chance to wear Donny's hat and jacket.
Oh, wow.
And it was that was a magical thing. And like I said, you know, Donny and I share the same birthday, October 1st.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, there's a connection there. I would love to play Donny, man.
They don't make him honestly music like he did. Like I said, he was a musical genius. Young, Gifted, and Black is one of my favorites. There are so many favorites from him. But I think that I don't think no one has ever delved into
his story
and who he was as a person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I would love to like I say, I would love to take that on.
Okay. All right. So what's next for Tobias? Let us know what's next for you.
Well, what's next? I got a few things. Currently, I'm shooting the First Wives Club. Now they're doing a black version of First Wives Club.
Wow! Look, I'm excited.
Yeah. So I play. I'm playing Jill Scott. I'm playing opposite Jill Scott.
We were just talking about Jilly from Philly today.
Jilly from Philly. We love Jilly from Philly.
Yeah. We were literally just talking about her before you called. We were talking about her video that is going viral today.
Yeah. Oh, with her on the mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jill Scott, First Wives Club. That should be coming out at the top of the year.
Wow.
I just finished an independent film called Equal Standard, which deals with police brutality and just injustice, that we see in the judicial system. It should be really good. Ice-T's in it, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, myself, Selena Johnson.
Nice.
I think that's going to be a really big film. Looking forward to seeing that.
Nice.
I recently just did a film called Against All Enemies.
Okay.
That's going to be out with Lionsgate, Kristen Stewart from Twilight, and Zazie Beetz from Atlanta. Who else? Anthony Mackie is going to be in it.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be a big film coming out next year.
So you've been working.
What else? Yeah, not to mention tomorrow I'm going to be on Chicago PD Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Nice.
That's tomorrow on NBC. So everybody make sure that you check out Chicago PD.
Okay.
Oh, and then I just did this dramedy called The Stuff. The Stuff is really dope.
Okay.
That's a dope film starring myself, my boy Rob Stapleton, the comedian.
Yes.
Yeah. Starring Rob Stapleton, Michael Blackson is in it. I think that film actually, once it is seen, I think it's going to be an instant classic. My boy Al Thompson, who is a phenomenal comedic and dramatic actor and producer, that's going to be big. What else is going on? Oh, I did a suspense thriller. I wouldn't say it's a thriller, suspense film for TV One, starring myself and Melinda Williams.
Oh, nice! Shout out to Melinda Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be out on TV One next year sometime, and and McKinley Freeman, who's on Hit the Floor. He's one of the stars on the basketball show Hit the Floor that was out. Yeah, those are about like 4 or 5 different things that are coming down the line.
Nice.
Hopefully we get extended. Last year, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, but I did the new series In Contempt, which was a legal drama on BET.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully we get extended for a new season. But that, for all the people out there who haven't seen the show, you know, that was a really, really good show.
Yes, it was. Yes.
It was a legal drama with tackling real issues, and it's most of the time when you have legal dramas, it comes from the side of the prosecution, but this was the side of the defense. Right. And you really get a chance to see how people slip through the cracks, and it was just a great show to be a part of, and very diverse cast. We have, you know, Muslim lawyers,
right,
and Indian judges, and all kind of different faces in front and behind the camera.
Right.
But yeah, those are some of the things that are coming down the line.
All right, so we can see we're going to be looking for you in all of those things. But let me ask you one last question, only because we're coming to the end of our show. So unfortunately, we have to end very soon. But when you're home and you are not away from the work, you definitely have to make sure you make it into the station.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I really was trying to get there. I just had to work. So
it's listen, we completely understand.
We understand,
It's entertainment business. We completely understand. But I had one last question for you. What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned thus far being in the entertainment industry?
You know, nobody owes you anything. You know, you got to remember that. I remember Mario Van Peebles was at the Newark International Film Festival.
Yes, we were there.
Yeah, he was talking about his new film, and he basically said, you know, and he's a juggernaut in the game. His father started independent films.
Yeah.
And he just basically said, you got to kind of get in where you fit in, you know. And I think that's a big lesson to remember, that no matter what job you've done, no matter what, you know, great gig you may have had, you know, you got to start from there, and you got to get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
You know, the business and this game doesn't owe you anything, and it's only going to be what you make it. And even, you know, for myself, and even for actors that are striving out there, you know, to try to, you know, make a way for themselves, you know, remember those things and keep your faith. And you know, never give up. You know,
I appreciate
never give up.
Yeah,
you know, that's one of the main things that I think set me apart. Is like, you know, I never give up. I never, you know, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's tough, but I always push through.
Yeah, you've done it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we were looking down your resume a little earlier, and just the list of accomplishments, from movies to television shows to videos and all of the things that you have coming as well. I mean, I didn't go on your IMDb page, but I'm just, all of the things that are coming out soon that you just listed are absolutely amazing. So you have you're doing it. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. You're definitely doing it.
Hey, I appreciate that so much, and you know, I'm just getting started, so be on the lookout for me.
Of course.
Like I said, to everybody listening out there, thank you. You know, I love y'all.
Yes.
And don't forget to check out Chicago PD tomorrow. Wednesday,
yes.
At 10 p.m. on NBC. And you know, I so appreciate you all down there. Like I said, I wish I could have been there, but I'll make sure to come down there if you guys will have me.
Of course.
And yeah, we'll just make it happen.
You're welcome.
We'll make it happen.
You're welcome here.
So, Tobias, before you go, this is DJ Sassy.
Yeah.
Hey. And I just wanted to do a little quiz with you right quick. A little get to know you quiz. You know how those go, right? So here we go. Boxers or briefs?
Oh, boxers all day.
Are you more of a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther?
Oh man, Malcolm X.
Okay. Bernie Mac or Kevin Hart?
Oh, come on now. These are easy questions. Bernie Mac.
Yeah. These are too easy,
but these are get to know him
I was
questions.
about to say, these not easy.
It's not.
Because you don't know. It's his
don't
preference.
know, right.
Yeah.
I don't know what his taste
It's his
is.
preference. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Preferably be recognized as an outstanding defensive player or an outstanding offensive player.
Oh, man, I'm a defensive player.
Uh-huh.
You guys can't let him in.
And last but not least, alcohol or weed?
Oh, man. I mean, you know, I would definitely have to say the ganja all day.
A ganja man. See?
That was a good one.
Yo, Tobias,
that was
you,
like
Yeah.
You my dude.
Oh, man. That was
I
good.
really appreciate you taking the time out.
Oh, thank you so much.
And
I appreciate y'all. Y'all sound like you're having a good time.
We are.
We trying.
We do
Yes.
realize that you're a very busy man.
Yes. Yes.
We are appreciative of the time that you took to spend with us this
Yes.
evening. I will see you and my little sis Michelle.
Shout out to Michelle.
Shout out to Michelle.
What up?
As you
What
know,
up, baby?
when time permits, and you know, me and you got to get back on that basketball court because as far as I can remember, I think I'm up 1.
You got it. We ain't gonna say that too loud, but we always gotta lift our queens up.
Absolutely, I'll take it.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for calling into the show. Again, you are welcome here anytime. You are BKS1 family at this point. Let us know when you're available to come down. Thank you for answering all of our questions today. And again, all blessings to you, your future, your career, all of your projects, all of your endeavors, and everything that you touch. We enjoy you on the screen, and we are looking forward to more from you.
And we've met you off screen as well. You probably don't remember us, but we've met you off screen.
Right.
And you are just as genuine and nice as you are, you know, on the screen. So we appreciate that in you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's all, you know, it's all me, you know. That's me.
All right.
Know, people looked out for me, so it's important to, you know, pay attention and look out for others.
Absolutely.
Right. All right. Well, again, thank you for calling in tonight, and we're going to be in touch with you very, very soon.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, everybody. That was the Tobias Trevelyan who just called into the show for his interview. Unfortunately, he was not able to make it into the studio last minute. That is the entertainment business, everybody.
Yes,
that is just
and
how
we
it
accept
goes.
that.
Yeah, we listen. We know how these things work. But he did. He was able to call in, so we thank him for that. Great interview. I always wanted to ask him about Empire, only because I know his wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
who was your dance teacher?
Who was my dance teacher? Right. So to see him on the screen and out with Jesse Smollett, I was like, you know what I mean? Like how? How was he able to do that? How did he take that? What was there any backlash from that? You know what I mean?
Just all of that.
Yeah, all of that.
So he answered, and I'm excited. I'm glad that one, he answered, and two, he was very transparent.
About it. Yeah, about how he felt about all of it.
Appreciate that.
So that was great. So again, unfortunately, our show has come to the end. This is BKS1 Radio. It is the Ow show, and. Are we done for tonight? I think we're done.
I
mean, should we keep going?
Tuesday.
No, we shouldn't keep going.
No, I need music.
We actually have another show that is in studio. Shout out to the sports show that comes on at 9 o'clock right here on WBKS1. I am Chanel. This is Queen B. You're about to rock out to DJ Sassy like you did at the beginning of the show. We are here every single Tuesday from 7 to 8:30, and that is right here on WBKS1, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and tune in. We are everywhere. So wherever you need to see us, make sure you're watching, or make sure you are listening. Thank you guys. We love you guys for watching. We love you guys for listening every single week. And you will see us back here next Tuesday, same place, different show. Bye, everybody.
Sassy, take us
away.
Rock out.
Away.